welcome to our episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're finally checking out the official trailer for The Fabelmans. This is, of course, Steven Spielberg's new big film.
Yes.
He has one of his veteran writers working on it, who also wrote for Lincoln. Do you want us to go through it? Because I feel like you've been really psyched to check this out.
I'm excited because this is a film that I guess he's been wanting to do for a while now, and it's mainly focused around his up and comings, his upbringings in a way, where he came from, and his how his family kind of were around him with his ideals and pretty much what he wanted to really get into and stuff like that. How his family was, but this is kind of like in a way his like fictionalized type of biographical in a way. But it's like that's why come he didn't want to pretty much put his name, or it's like he is in a way it's his version of like how he was raised and how he was brought up with his viewing, especially with film and things like that.
So basically the premise, which this movie stars Michelle Williams, Paul Dano, Judd Hirsch, and Seth Rogen, is about a boy in post-World War II who discovers a family secret, and a power film is one way to help with that.
In a way, that's what it is. And I forgot what he worked with somebody else, but another writer or director on another film, and they're the ones who kind of told him you should do it, and he agreed to work with them on it.
It was probably Tony Kushner, like I said. Yeah. It's one of his veteran writers because they've done the last few of his.
When they were doing, I was reading. They said it was when they were doing West Side Story, and he was explaining his story, his upbringing, and he told him, going, you need to do this. I'm willing to sit down, and supposedly for I don't know how many months and week, but it was like week by week, 4 hours a day, they were putting together this story, and that's when they came up with the Fabelmans. Pretty much is when they finally decided to put this together.
Okay.
But let's just dive into this for the official trailer for the Fabelmans. So here we go.
Concert piano player. What she got in her heart is what you got. You can't just love something, you also have to take care of it. It's more important than your hobby. Can you stop calling it a hobby?
Mom got a monkey.
What?
Why'd you get a monkey?
Because I needed a laugh.
You always have to be the center of attention.
Stop shouting at her.
That has been nothing but disrespect from you. I'm your mother. Family, art. It'll tear you in two. You stop making movies. It'll break your mother's heart. I don't know what to do anymore.
You do what your heart says you have to. What was your favorite part?
So it's an Oscar movie.
That's the first words that comes out of his mouth. Going, so it's Oscar bait. Okay.
I'm sorry, okay? Look, it does look like a good film. I love the message about it. You know, a kid split between two worlds: the world of science and the world of like entertaining.
Yeah.
And he's caught in the middle because he's not exactly doing what his dad's doing, but at the same time, he's not exactly doing what his mom's doing.
And mom loves what he does, pretty much.
But it gets to a point where that becomes a deciding factor in the future of his life.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah, it looks well acted, well shot. It's a Spielberg film. I'm not gonna be surprised if it does well. You know?
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if it sucks. Then I'm going, so Ready Player One. Yeah. I didn't like the film. But the Fabelmans, regardless of that Fabelmans, you can definitely tell this is Spielberg. It's like inspired by.
This is definitely full on Spielberg for me personally at his best, because this is a personal story to heart. So he put everything he had really into this to kind of really tell the story of his upbringing in a way, where he came from, where he, how he was brought up in a way.
Yeah, I mean, who buys a fucking monkey just because you're bored? But
I'll buy a monkey.
Sure you will. Yeah, so not much to say. It looks good. It looks
good. I can't wait, to be honest myself. Like I said, I heard about it and I'm pumped. I'm like, sign me up. I really want to watch this. I love it when there's films about pretty much people's upbringing, especially when it comes around film, pretty much how it's like, because some of them, they didn't start off in film, or they didn't start off in this. It took them a while before they took an inspiration into the industry, or at least film itself will really capture them. And for Spielberg, for the films that he's brought us and delivered to everybody, pretty much are just memorable moments, memorable movies. Some not so great, some not so good, but it's like he still put a lot of heart into his films. And this shows pretty much where his passion came from, where his passion led into. And I'm excited. I can't wait to see this film, and can't wait to see the journey that it took him to get where he was at.
Yeah, so with that being said, folks, other than that, and in fact, it's Oscar bait. Other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about Spielberg's films, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
What's that? Spielberg's films. Let us know what you guys' thoughts are on this trailer. Does it look like it's going to be a solid film? Does it look like it's definitely something where, especially for those inspiring filmmakers who pretty much, depending on where you come from, where you're at and stuff like that, just that inspiration of like what really drew you to film, into the industry, whether it was dealing with, family at the same time or any other things, does it really, especially if you're a fan of Spielberg and a lot of his work and what he's brought to the film industry, does it look like this is something that's really coming to heart for him, to really, he put his expression of like everything that he's ever been through into this. I mean, let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction to this trailer. But most importantly, we thank you for watching.
And you can check out any of our other reactions to other trailers involving Mr. Spielberg right here on the channel. But until next time, I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And it's been a very Fabelmans-filled episode of SRB.
See you
later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.